Cool, so let's talk about dialing in your checkout settings and some of your store's colors and typography and more. And to get started, you want to click over here on the left on Online Store, click on Themes, and then click on Customize. And we're going to come up here to Theme Settings and hang out here for a while. I want to select the page we're working on, which we're going to start with the checkout page. And then to start working on it, you click over here on the left under Checkout. I highly recommend that you leave this background white. There is an option here to use a background image. I do not recommend it because it can be quite confusing for the shopper. But I do recommend installing your own logo. I have an old logo here and I want to go ahead and update it. So I've removed the old logo and I found my new logo here. You can screw around with the sizes if you like and see which one looks better live as you switch between different logos here. I think I like the way that one looks, so I'm going to click Select. And as always, save your work as you go. You can choose what position and what logo size you want to utilize here. And I should clarify my statement earlier. This is the background image for the banner area, and this is the background image for the main content area. I recommend keeping them both blank so that the customer can focus on the checkout process. But let's come down here and talk about typography and colors. Really, you do want to choose a color scheme for your website, and really you do want to choose a main font and a sub font as well. And this is where you can update these for the checkout section. I'm going to put the link here to fontpair.com where it features different pairs of fonts that you can use together and select for your own website. As you scroll down the page here, you'll see more and more pairs that you can choose from, and you can actually put into your website to see how it all looks. I really only recommend using one font pair. So the next thing you want to figure out is like a color scheme, and I'm going to include some free things and free links to help you with this as well. This is called Image Color Picker, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload my logo here to figure out what color I'm using. So as you can see, I've uploaded my logo, and I've clicked on the purple part here. It gives me the hex code for the dark purple color, and it also gives me the hex code for the light color. Why this is so great is you can actually take this hex code and go over here and put it in right here if you wanted to, right? So I just went ahead and did that just for giggles. So now you can see my accents are actually the color that is on brand. But what if you need help picking out this color scheme? Well, I'm also going to include a really cool website that's called basically like coolers.co, and it actually gives you good palettes for your website. I like coming out to the homepage and sort of getting started by exploring trending color palettes so you can sort of look at what's hot and pick from them. You can find something that's close to your colors and go with it. But here's the kicker. You can actually upload your logo and use this to help you pick a custom color palette for your website. So you sort of move around this little needle here. It can pick out palettes for you. You can scroll through different options if you'd like. So let's go ahead and move forward with this one. Now we can open it in the generator and click spacebar, and it'll give us different options. So obviously there's a lot of different things you can do. I just want to get you decided on a couple cool fonts and a couple colors that are meant to go together. Once you've put those in, go ahead and click Save as always. Now let's dial in your checkout options, and you want to go all the way to the bottom left and click Visit the Admin to dial these in. You can go back by clicking Customize Checkout to go back and redo some of the colors or this or that. You can always change them. First thing you want to dial in is the customer accounts. Let me just save you some trouble, and I would definitely recommend going with accounts are optional to start. This will of course give customers the option to create an account if they want to, or to check out easily if they don't. Next section I recommend to checking this top option, check out using their phone number or email. You'll get higher conversion, and also to leave both of these checked as well for shipping updates. For the next section, I recommend leaving these as is. The defaults are sufficient. I don't recommend starting with tipping at checkout, but that's completely up to you. And for the order processing section, you can come back and change any of this at any time, but I do like leaving these at the default as well. They are set up for conversion. I definitely want you to check this box, show sign up option at checkout. And I like selecting pre-select that option for them because it's going to help build your email list faster. Remember to click save as you keep going on and going through these, okay? Abandoned checkouts, definitely check this box. You can click here to customize the email I would send to anyone, and I'd send after 1 hour. If you want to customize the email, you absolutely can, and you can preview it, but you just got to know code. The standard email should suffice just fine. And lastly, your checkout language should be the language that you want to speak. For most of us, it's going to be English, so leave that be. So real quick, I want to come back and talk about a few more of these options that you have here on this little theme settings section. We were, of course, dialing in the checkout section, but here is where you can actually go in and use that same color scheme and that same typography scheme and populate it for your entirety of your website. So you can come in here and put in all the colors you want and screw around. You always want to make sure to save the current configuration, the current hex number before you change it, just so you can revert if you need to go back and do so. You basically just want to screw around with them and get it looking the way you want it to look, right? I want you to click on the search section, by the way, and I want you to enable product suggestions. Make sure that that is enabled. I would like very much for you to put in your social media accounts here as well, every one that you have, please. And a favicon is automatically generated for you if you use Shopify's free logo creation tool, Hatchful. Their folder they give you will look something like this, and it'll have a file in it called favicon, and that's where you upload it. And what's really cool is a favicon is kind of this little icon here at the top. See that little Shopify logo that shows up? So it just makes you look more professional if you have one. Make sure the add to cart notification is checked. I like leaving that checked. And we already did checkout. So that basically concludes the theme settings for your store, and it gives you the option to design and dial in your store's typography and color scheme and make everything look awesome and on brand.